I am Thor, son of Odin, and as long as there is life in my breast, I am running out of things to say. Are you ready?
Thor Ragnarok, directed by Taika Waititi, is the third solo Thor film and the 17th Marvel Cinematic Universe film. In it, we see Thor, played by Chris Hemsworth, as he loses his hammer Mjolnir to the goddess of death Hela, played by Cate Blanchett, who quickly dispatches Thor halfway across the universe to a gladiatorial planet known as Sakaar. Now, Thor must fight without his mighty weapon, escape Sakaar, and somehow find his way back to his mystical home of Asgard before its fabled destruction, Ragnarok. Also, Hulk is here too. Out of the three flagship solo series of the MCU, the others being Iron Man and Captain America, Thor is by far the least successful at the box office. So it's no surprise that in his third and potentially final outing, Thor's creative team sought to do something bold and different. Rather than a Shakespearean epic or a Game of Thrones episode, Ragnarok is a colourful Guardians of the Galaxy inspired action comedy that primarily seeks to explore Thor without his hammer and shake up some of the other staples of the Marvel character, some of which may be seen as controversial or direct circumventing of previously established lore, but nonetheless bring Thor to a new and engaging place as a character, and hopefully a ludicrously marketable one too. And hats off to relative newcomer Taika Waititi for taking us there, as while this film borrows from Guardians of the Galaxy in its visuals, its handling of comedy is by far and away in a league of its own, as this film is packed with genuine laughs, a majority of which come from a character place, which make them even more effective. The relationship between Thor and Tom Hiddleston's Loki also takes focus here too, and I felt that their interactions and banter as brothers was the realest it's ever been on screen. The inclusion of Hulk in this film is a smart one for three reasons. The first is that it allows Marvel Disney a way to showcase the character while circumventing his copyright and distribution quagmire. The second is fan service, as this film borrows from one of the most popular Hulk stories, Planet Hulk. And the third is that it gives Ragnarok a wider scope and a tad more marketability. As for Hulk himself, I unfortunately found him lacking. Don't get me wrong, his fight scenes are fun and I enjoy that we have a talking Hulk now, but I found him to be a little bit incomplete, as there were some really interesting ideas introduced in terms of the Banner-Hulk relationship that was sort of left unexplored, ultimately leaving the character without any real emotional weight. The inclusion of Hulk and Sakaar, balanced against Hela and Asgard, also made for an uneven pace, and took away from the effectiveness of Hela as an antagonist. Cate Blanchett does the best she can here, and creates an imposing, interesting villain who does a lot to inform Thor, Odin, and Asgard's history, but doesn't get enough screen time or things to do that really feel like a challenge for Thor. Yes, she swiftly kills everyone she fights, but that's about all she does. The curse of the unsubstantial villain strikes again. And lastly, while Thor Ragnarok is funny, I felt that sometimes the humour was used too frequently, and undercut some of the more hard-hitting emotional beats of the story, and sapped them of their relevance. That's a shame, and hopefully something that they'll watch more closely in the future. So there you go. Thor Ragnarok is a fun time at the theatre, and finally takes Thor off Midgard into the greater universe where he belongs. Be you a comic fan or a general viewer, I feel that you'll get something out of this movie-going experience. So go see it.
3, oh, it's the magic number. Yeah, it is. It's the magic number.